Hello to all you lovely mamacitas out there and anybody else who's watching. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about mom life. So I've seen a couple of my fellow YouTubers do this mom tag, you guys, and for a while now I've been searching for a really good mom tag, and I thought that this one would be great to do because I really like the questions that were in it. So that's what we're doing, is talking about mom life, you guys, because mom life is not a piece of cake. So I thought that this tag would be good to do, just to kind of share with you guys about mom life. I'm pretty sure that there's lots of moms out there who, kind of feel like nobody can relate to them. I mean, I know there's days when I feel like I'm completely alone, I'm depressed, and there's just so many emotions that go along with mom life. And I just think it would be great to kind of converse with you guys. And I'm gonna tag a bunch of moms out there, other fellow YouTubers that I watch that are great moms, you guys. I'm gonna leave all their channels linked in the description below so you guys can go check them out. They're fabulous channels. But I'm curious to, hear what other moms have to say, in this tag. So please, ladies, if I tag you, do it. And anybody else who I don't tag, and you want to do it, let me know and I'll watch you guys, because I'm curious to hear what other moms have to say about mom life, about their experience. But I am going to mention the names of the ladies that I'm going to be tagging. I am tagging 10 of you. It's quite a bit. I'd love to tag more, but I'm just going to tag these 10 beautiful mamas right now. And that's the Self-Love Mama, Taz Halls and Things, Mandy Kelly, Maricela and Sammy's Halls, Pookie's View, Kimberly Cochran, Ilene Mack, Only in My Dreams, Beauty Boss Planner, and Ability Mom of 2 Vlogs. So let's go ahead and get into this tag, you guys. It's 15 questions. The first one is favorite mom hack. So I don't know what it is, you guys, but breast milk does wonders for many things. And one of them is to help clear up an eye infection. So when my son was little, like, I don't even remember how many months he was, but he got that whole like eye infection in his eyes, and they had all the little eye boogies and whatnot. So my sister-in-law told me to put a couple of drops of breast milk in his eyes to help clear it up more quickly. And so that's what I did. I forget how often I did it, if it was, like a few times a day. But it cleared up pretty quickly. So breast milk is not just good, for the baby to drink, but I assume that because of the nutrients that's in it, it helped cleared up my son's eye infection that he had. So just saying. Number 2, most embarrassing mom moment. That's a hard one. Like, I've never really been like super embarrassed, but my kids, you guys, they are complete farty pants. And I mean, I know they can't like hold it in or anything, but it's a little embarrassing sometimes in public, especially if your kids are like mine and they publicly announce that they farted. It's just kind of a little embarrassing. So it's definitely something that kind of gets to me each time. It's like, okay, turn away. I mean, it's a little funny, I guess, but at the same time, it's just embarrassing as a parent for your kids to, be doing that, have the people hear them, and then publicly announce it. Question number 3, what part of the day do you love the most? So for me, it's definitely the morning time, because I feel like in the morning, that is the one time that I can get like all my housework done, and have some time to myself. Because once my girls wake up, it's like chaos from there. So from the time hubby leaves, I have like an hour or so that I can do stuff around the house before my son gets up, and then I wake him up, get him off to school, and then I have, a few hours before the girls wake up to, do what I need to around the house, get my cleaning done, and then, kind of sit back, relax a little bit, maybe watch some YouTube, catch up on any shows that I watch, or whatever the case may be, watch some TV. I don't know. but definitely in the morning time because that's when I feel like I am more productive. Question number 4 is, what part of the day do you like the least? Definitely the afternoon time, like once my son gets home from school, just because I feel like I am like completely drained and tired out from the day's work, and just, you know, all my girls' needs and whatnot, and all the housework, and, you know, if I have to run errands, doing that and everything. So by the time it's the afternoon, I'm like kind of sometimes even rushing just to get dinner done because it's been a long day. So definitely the afternoon because I'm so like pooped out. Question number 5, the worst thing someone said to you when pregnant. Okay, you guys, so no joke, someone told me, it is actually like a family member, and they're literally said to me, "Are you fucking stupid?" And I was just kind of shocked, but it's just that the way that they said it gave the impression that they kind of regretted, like their child was a mistake, like they weren't expecting to have a child anytime soon. And it just kind of really bothered me. It bothered my husband so much, and like to this day he doesn't even really like this person too much anyways, but yeah. Unbelievable. Question number 6, baby name you didn't agree on. So actually, my son, we never want, well, I didn't. At first, we weren't even going to name him Moises, like my husband. Because I don't know. It's just, I wanted something different because I feel like every guy wants his junior. And I did not want that. I mean, my husband's name is Moises. I have a cousin named Moises. And so it's like, we had originally picked out another name for him that we had agreed on, but then hubby kept bugging that he wanted his junior. And so like I finally gave in and we just decided to go with it. But originally we had something else picked out and we hadn't agreed yet on Moises or anything. So yeah. Question number 7, did you co-sleep? We never did with any of our 3 kiddos, and the reason being, I just feel, and from what I've seen, it's a lot harder for children to like stop leaving or like stop sleeping in their bed with their parents as they get older. I mean, I've seen kids sleep with their parents until they're like freaking age 10 and you know, even older. So, I mean, it's just, do you really want that? Like, what privacy are you getting as a parent if you're co-sleeping? Because yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where, you know, your kid's gonna want to sleep with you all the time. They have a bad dream, they want to sleep with you, or they can't get to sleep at night, so they want to sleep with you. And we never had an issue with that. My kids, they have their room, they sleep in their room. We've never had any problems with them trying to come and sleep with us. But I feel like if, you know, you let them co-sleep with you for such a long time, they get so used to it, then they're going to have trouble transitioning into their own room. So for all 3 of them, they've always slept, you know, like in their bassinet, crib, whatever. And then, you know, they all sleep in their rooms. So, I mean, thankfully, we haven't had any issues with that. Question number 8, something you bought but never used. We honestly use like everything, you guys, but I will say the one thing that probably sometimes goes unused is clothing. So do not invest too much in clothing, you guys. And if you do, like, try buying secondhand, because why are you going to spend so much money on clothing at the store that your child might not even use? I mean, kids grow so fast, you guys. It's unbelievable. And sometimes you buy clothes, you forget they're in the closet or in the drawers, and they go unused. And then what are you going to do with them? You end up donating them, gifting them something. And, you know, it's kind of just money wasted there. So, you know, and clothes can be washed, you guys. So just don't even stress about buying so many clothes, because more than likely they will go unused. Question number 3, 3 hospital bag must-haves. That's actually a super hard question for me, because the first time I made my bag, it was like emergency. I didn't know what to put in. I just threw crap in it, and was off to the hospital. But I would definitely say at least a comfy pair of clothes for you. I wouldn't say like take jeans or anything like that. Like take a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt to be comfortable for your stay at the hospital and when you go home. Because I mean, jeans are tight and yeah. So just like a pair of sweats and t-shirt for your comfy outfit. Definitely, obviously, take your baby's outfit. I think that's kind of important, whatever you want to have them photographed in. And a third item, I guess, just a cozy pair of socks, because sometimes, even though they give you all those warm blankets, sometimes your feet is what tends to be a little bit cold. So some nice, cozy, like non-slip socks, you guys. All right, question number 10 is, are you a routine mom or go with the flow kind of mom, and what does bedtime look like? So as I mentioned before, I'm not much into planning, you guys, so I kind of just go with the flow. You know, I just clean what I can one day, do something else the next day. You know, I don't really like plan my errands or anything, like when I go to the store or whatever, unless obviously it's like an appointment, like a doctor's, dentist appointment, that kind of stuff, then obviously that kind of stuff is like planned. But I mean, as for my house duties, you know, if I just decide we go to the park or something like that, it's never anything planned. I just kind of go with the flow and just kind of let things happen. Because like I've mentioned before, I feel like planning is like having an actual routine just never plays out. And especially like mom life and everything, it's hard to even try and keep a routine because things happen, things come up, and things just don't always go as planned. So I just go with the flow. And bedtime, I always try to have my kids in bed at 9 o'clock. Doesn't matter if they don't go to sleep right away, but I at least want them laying down in their beds at 9 o'clock. And I try to keep that same routine with them on the weekends. I mean, occasionally we'll let them stay up a little bit later, but I don't want them to like get out of that routine. So we always have them in bed at 9 o'clock, but there's times that they don't even end up going to sleep until like 10, 11, 12 o'clock because they're just little chatterboxes in there or arguing, whatever, but in bed at 9. Question 11 is, what type of labor did you have and what pain relief did you choose? So I actually had a C-section with all 3 of my kids, but my first pregnancy, so I went to the hospital due to me being diagnosed with severe preeclampsia. I literally had to like rush to the hospital, so I didn't really get a chance to, you know, like do any packing or anything, get ready or whatever. It was like, you got a phone call, you need to go, get your butt over there. So when I got there, they obviously like hooked me up to everything. And so my son was premature, but from the time I was in the hospital, from the time that I left after the C-section, I was in there like a whole 8 days. But I forget if it was maybe after 3 or 4 days of being there, they tried to induce me. They did the whole Pitocin and whatnot. And, you know, my water broke on its own and everything. And I did end up getting an epidural because I couldn't handle the contractions. But I never made it past 5 centimeters. So I had to have an emergency C-section because obviously my son had been in there too long and they couldn't keep him in there any longer. So we ended up having that C-section. And then, you know, after you have 1 C-section for your second child, they offer you the option to have a regular birth, but it is risky. So I just went ahead and did the second C-section. And obviously after 2 C-sections, you know, you have to have another C-section. There's no vaginal birth option at that point. So, but yeah, so that was my experience, you guys. Overall though, like the labor, it wasn't like too bad. I don't really know how long I was in labor for until they decided on the C-section, but yeah. Let's see. Question number 12. Have you ever been mom shamed? Not that I can honestly recall, but you know, my kids, they can be super loud at times, you guys, and oftentimes we'll be in places like the store or even in the restaurant, you guys, and sometimes they are just arguing and just being loud, screaming, crying, tantrums. Like, my kids are not little angels like they sometimes come out to be, you guys. Sometimes they can be little demons. um but obviously you see when the people are looking at you, like, you're thinking what they're thinking in their head at that moment. And I mean, technically, it's not mom shaming, but that they're probably saying something in their mind to you, like, look, that mom, she needs to control her kids, this and that, and yada yada. So yeah, you guys, I've seen it all one too many times. So it's normal, you guys, but kids are going to be kids no matter how hard you try to control them. The next question is the biggest challenges you've faced since becoming a mom. For this, I'm honestly going to have to say, like, control. As I said, kids are going to be kids, and no matter how hard you try to raise your child the best way possible, they're still going to, do what they want to. I mean, what kid doesn't throw a tantrum? What kid doesn't cry over this or that? I mean, it's all just part of life for them, and it's just something that you kind of have to get used to. And I mean, obviously, you're trying your best to teach them, right from wrong, that they shouldn't be acting like that and whatnot. But it's just sometimes there's not much else that you can do. You're doing all that you can, but sometimes it doesn't work. So, I mean, mom life is full of never-ending challenges. It gets stressful. It's frustrating sometimes, just the way kids act out and the things that they do. And, there's some days you just want to pull your hair out. There's some days that you just want to cry all day. And you know what? That is okay. If you need to cry, go ahead and do it, because honestly, it's going to help you to, relieve some of that stress that you have on you. But I mean, you can't always control everything, no matter how hard you try. But just know that as a parent, you are doing your best trying to raise your children and, teach them, what you feel best for them. Question number 14 is the best advice you've ever given and the best advice you've ever been given and the biggest piece of advice you could give a new mom. And that is, find the time to make time for yourself and for your significant other. Whether that means like for my case, before my kids get up, I do my cleaning, and then what I usually do is I will sit down and, watch my YouTube videos, or I will, catch up on a TV show or something like that. But find that time for yourself, because you truly do need it to be a happier person. So as I said, mom life can get so stressful. It's so frustrating. There's just so many things that our children need. And oftentimes it's like, once they're up and running around, it's, it's hard to find the time, because sometimes your kids are like, hey, I need this, I need that, let's do this, let's do that. And so they become your priority during the day. And so, but somehow find the way during the day, or even when like your significant other comes home, to at least take, even if it's 10, 15 minutes, a half hour to yourself, where that means, sitting down, reading a book, listening to music, take a bath and relax, something, anything, crafting, whatever you enjoy. Take some time to do your hobbies, whatever, but find that time for yourself and also for your significant other, because it's so nice when you guys are able to get out, even if it's once a month, if it's once a week. Hey, that's awesome. But I feel sometimes that definitely the love starts to lack a little bit after having children, and it's hard sometimes to keep the spark alive and it's just nice to be able to go out, and whether that means you guys go out for ice cream, whether you go out and have a cup of coffee and just chat, go walk around the park. If you guys are into sports, go, I don't know, go play a game of basketball, go play pool, go out for a drink, to dinner, a movie, whatever the case may be. But make that time. Make that time for each other, because you guys need it. And it's definitely helps to kind of just relieve the stress a little bit. You know, leave the kiddos with a babysitter, with your mom, your dad, your sister, whoever you can find to watch your kiddos, and, you know, just have a good time, you guys, because you truly do need it. And also, you know, there are so many people out there, like even one's parents, that people are going to judge, okay? People are going to have their opinions on how you raise your children, but you know what? Ignore them. Just ignore everything that they say. You know, they're not the ones that are raising your children. You know, you are raising them the best way that you know how to. It doesn't matter if some days your house goes unclean, the bed doesn't go made, your oven is dirty, your floors are sticky. Oh my gosh, okay, I cannot talk anymore. But yeah, you guys, like, it's okay to have a dirty house sometimes. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. No, your kiddos, they don't pay attention really to that kind of stuff when they're little. So, I mean, so long as you are doing your best that you can to raise your children, teaching them right from wrong, don't let anybody else's remarks and opinions and judgments on how your parenting skills are, you know, lacking, or that you need to do this, you need to do that, your child is doing this, they're doing that, it's so wrong. No, it's not. You know, just push those people away, push away those remarks, and just know that you are doing the best that you can as a parent to teach your child. So that is all I really have to say, you guys. Like I said, I feel like this tag is helpful in many ways, just to, you know, sometimes as moms, we just need to kind of hear other people's stories and just know that, you know, we're not alone. I know that since becoming a mom, one thing that's been hard for me is, even though I have my husband and I have my kids, you know, I do suffer like from depression from time to time, and I feel lonely, you guys. I truly do. And it's been so hard on me because, you know, like, once you get married and start having kids, like, all those people that you used to know years ago, like all your single friends, they tend to kind of just blow you off. And then, you know, as a mom, for me, it's been a struggle trying to make friends, because it's not easy, you guys. It is not easy to click with other people. I mean, there's going to be obviously other moms that you click with, other ones that you might not. And this point, I don't really have any mom friends. It's not like I go out and hang out with, you know, other moms and their children and whatnot. I've tried the whole, you know, mom group thingy. I've met a couple people, but sometimes there's just, I don't know, sometimes you just don't click with people. And it's just also, making friends as an adult is truly like super hard, you guys. And I've struggled with that because I am a shy person. I'm not really very talkative anymore as I was years ago. So I find it very hard to make friends and make conversation. I mean, if you ask me a question, I'll answer you back. But for me to kind of be the one to start to ask the questions, it's kind of hard for me. But yeah, you guys, I just feel like maybe if all of us moms got together, did this tag and everything, it would really help out other moms. Let's just know that, you know, we're not alone. I know I'm not alone, okay? I know there are plenty of other moms out there who are suffering just like I am, struggling just like I am, because mom life, it's not easy, you guys. It's really not. With being a stay-at-home mom, trying to get all the housework done, dinner, be a good wife, be a good mom, take care of the kids, get them off to school, run all the errands, take them to the appointments. It is a lot of work, you guys. And Some days I just don't even clean my house, to be honest. Like I don't care. I'm just to the point where I don't care at all. And hey, if my floors are dirty, so be it. I'll just, there's always tomorrow. So yeah, you guys, just for all you moms out there that are struggling, know that you are not alone and that many of us are going through all the same things that you are. So if I tagged you ladies, I really, really hope that you guys do this tag, because I would love to hear what you guys, like your experience as a mom, and any advice that you have to give would be awesome. So that is all for this tag. And again, if you would like to do this tag, you guys, feel free to do it. And let me know if you do so I can watch you guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Love you all so much. And best of luck to all you mamas out there. Just take it easy, okay? All right. Bye, guys.